Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Biggles Breakdown. We're going to be breaking down Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Now, I haven't seen Full Metal Alchemist, the regular one. Have you, Kai?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so I'll be asking you questions about that, too. Now, I'm going to let Kai introduce himself. Oh, he's over on this side on me. So, Kai, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people that do not know who you are.
Hey, I'm Kai. On my channel, I talk about anime, politics, Bigfoot, sci-fi. I'm a sci-fi writer. I make art. I do all kinds of things I talk about, or I'm willing to talk about anything. I'm not necessarily good at talking about anything. You might throw something at me about fashion, and I'll say, yeah, clothes look nice, but otherwise,
Speaking of fashion,
I do my best, so.
How do the State Alchemist uniforms look like?
Oh, what?
How do you like the uniforms that the State Alchemists have to wear?
Oh, they look dope.
So, have you ever watched? Have you ever watched Yu-Gi-Oh! GX where they go into the dueling school and it's like owned by Kaiba?
I always made fun of kids that played Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay, so they're Obelisk Blue. Because they wear the same exact thing that the Obelisk Blue students have to wear. So for me, it's fucking hilarious because that's all I think of is Obelisk Blue. Whenever I see their uniforms, I just go straight to Yu-Gi-Oh! So
I think their uniforms are great. They look they're authoritarian, they're stylish, they're what's it called?
Yeah.
Regal.
And you said we're talking, or you like to talk politics. Well, we're going to talk a lot of politics on this one, but the politics of Amestria, not the politics of our world, because fuck that.
You got like a green hole in your chest, bro.
I know. I have an apple, and it's a little green apple, so it's just hilarious, you know? But I love it.
At least I understand what's happening.
Yeah, I love it. That's why there's a hole in my chest. There's a green leaf on my t-shirt.
Yeah.
So
but yeah, you're right. Politics is a huge part of Full Metal, so you can't help but talk about it.
Yeah. So I haven't seen Full Metal Alchemist, but I'm about finished with my third playthrough of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Greed, Fu, and Wrath are all fighting right now. That's where I'm at in it. So it's pretty awesome. I think I have like 4 episodes left to finish the show again.
I was rewatching that show regularly for a little while. That show and Avatar: The Last Airbender was just they were regular rewatches for me.
Mm-hmm. You know what? This was the first time I've actually watched after the credits because I forget that anime always does the after credits shit. So like in this watch through, I like fast forward all the way to the end of the credits and just watch it. Like, damn it. I can't believe I missed that the first 2 times to watch this.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I had some friends that were watching it at my recommendation, and then they got to near the end where Greed starts to kind of reawaken and he goes after Bradley.
Mm-hmm.
The episode just picks up right after the post-credit scene, and they both went, hold on. Wait, whoa, we missed something. This show doesn't get that. Hold on, wait, no, go back to the last episode. Maybe there's something after the credits. And then they watch, they're like, son of a bitch, how many of these have there been?
Yeah. That happened to me.
They're not always spoilers. They're like, you expect spoilers. Next time on Dragon Ball Z, it's not that.
Yeah.
It's like something else happening somewhere else in the story.
Yeah. And I'm always like, son of a bitch, I missed it. I hate that anime does that because like if you don't watch it like on TV and you're watching it on a stream, it gives you the play next as soon as it goes to the credits. So it's like you just click that button instinctually and you miss it. And so this is the first time.
I let it play through, yeah.
So this is the time I like didn't miss it. And like I know it's not on H or High Dive or whatever it's called. I call it HI Dive for some reason. I don't know why, but it's High Dive. But that one you can't go to the next one. You have to fast forward through all of it. So like some of the shows that I watched, I didn't know had that until I watched them on H or High Dive, and I just fast forward like to the end, and I was like, stop, play, watch, just like because you can't skip it to the next one. So I kind of wish like Hulu or Funimation or Crunchyroll did that, so I'm forced to watch it, or at least have skip credits to the aftercut thing, you know. But
yeah, I mean, I kind of like watching the credits though, because it's like a nice little end cap. It's whatever they think the mood piece is for the thing. I don't know. I'll watch credits through. I don't know why. I'm not trying to speed through. Like, no. Give me the next one. If I'm like that, that's one thing. But if I'm just trying to watch an anime in its entire, I'll watch the credits too.
Oh, I always want the next one. But see, I watched the credit once when they changed the song. What I watch it once when they change the thing. Like when Attack on Titan season.
When it's a new and updated one.
Yeah, season 4, right? Season 4 of Attack on Titan Part 2 has the rumbling, and that song is so sick that I watch it every time.
Wait, only season 4? I watch every season of Attack on Titan's intro every time.
I only watch it once,
bro,
except for that one. But those songs are so good. But back to anyway, this show, Full Metal, fucking awesome. So, do you have a favorite character, like right off the bat? Like, if you could think of anybody.
Honestly, it used to be my favorite anime before One Piece, but One Piece done took that spot.
It happens.
In terms of favorite character, I don't know, man. There's a lot of good ones, but I don't. I maybe Armstrong. Armstrong's kind of the most fun there. Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
You know what?
Just because of him as a character, like he's just every time he shows up, you're like, yes. Not only is he competent, but this is gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, and it's Christopher Sabat
and everything.
Yeah, it's Christopher Sabat too, and I got to meet him, and I was Christopher Sabat, the voice actor. He's also the voice actor of Piccolo, Vegeta. He's got like 30. He's the voices of like 30 characters in Dragon Ball Z. He's done Yami for Black Clover. He's Grip in
Black Clover.
He's Yami, Captain Yami.
Oh no shit!
Yeah,
Captain Yami and Armstrong are the same dude.
Yeah, he plays a random character in episode 7 of Claymore. He plays Grip who's only in like 2 episodes of Assassination Classroom. He plays All Might in My Hero Academia.
Damn.
Yeah, he has like he plays like he's got like 200 plus characters, and like his line to meet him at like cons, like there was 20 people in front of me, Kai. I waited 3 hours.
That's nuts, man.
20 people in front of me, and I waited 3 hours to meet him. But like he was Armstrong, and I was like, oh, hey, I just finished watching Full Metal and Black Clover, and you're both those characters. Like, I was so excited to meet him. Like, I just fucking nerded out. And he's like, yeah, man. And like, I didn't pay for a quote, and he's like, dude, I'm giving you a quote. I'm giving you this. And it was so cool because he did a whole
he writes a quote or something.
Yeah, he writes a quote. Like when they sign autographs, they'll write a quote and they'll say the quote for you. And he like added a quote for me, and he did all this other stuff for me that was really cool. That like I didn't have to pay for. He was the coolest dude ever. And then people are like, "Oh, he looks like an older you," and I was like, "Oh, cool, awesome. I'll take that as a compliment all day." But my favorite character is Mace Hughes. I don't usually get emotional in like anything, but episode 10, I was like tearing like a little bitch. It was so sad. I couldn't take it.
Is episode 10
Mace?
The episode numbers themselves aren't fresh in my mind. That's the one with Nina, right? Or
no, that's episode 4. I will not watch that episode. I hate Tucker. I like every time I watch that, I go into like a fucking rage, and I was like, if this dude was real, I would kill him just like Scar, you know?
Dude, yeah, Scar did like that's the one that everyone would they'd be like, we lost a researcher, but probably a good move.
Yeah. No, episode 10 is Mace Hughes' funeral, and his daughter's crying, saying, "No, stop it, Daddy has to go to work." And like, I'm just
Dude,
like tearing.
So check it out. When you watch the original Full Metal Alchemist show, we get more time with Hughes. We get more episodes. We get more just time with him, and with that character. And so like then when I'm watching Brotherhood, that one hurt watching that the first time, and it was a whole thing. And I was like, okay, I'm watching them speed through the story of the original story to get to like to different content. I see already the story diverging, but like this, I know this part's coming. Not gonna cry this time. No, I did all that last time. I'm good this time. I know. I'm ready. I don't know. They made it hurt all over again. They just found a new way to twist the knife.
Yeah. Fucking every time I watch it, I can't watch episode, like I can watch it, right? But it fucking hurts my soul to watch that episode. And I gotta do it because it's like, it's a good episode. But I won't watch 4. I refuse to watch episode 4, what that fucker does to Nina. And I'm just like, oh! Like, I go into a rage. Like, fucking Hulk couldn't even stop me.
You don't get to see him die, though.
I watched the end. Just skip to the end where he kills him. Because I think that's like the after credit scene, isn't it? Where he kills him?
I don't remember.
Or right before the end? Like, I just skipped to the end.
It's an opening scene or a credit scene. Yeah, you're right. It's like one of those where it... Yeah.
It hurts me. So I just watch him kill him. But then you see Nina, and he kills Nina because he's like trying to like put her out of her misery.
That's the messed up thing. So what's nice about in terms of good writing, when we complain, a lot of people complain about bad writing and stuff, but they don't really put a lot of energy to talking about good writing, like here, where wait, hold on, I need to set a timer. Or I'm gonna 19 minutes. Shit. What are they saying? Something about good writing.
Good writing. You said people do not talk about good writing enough.
Oh, but
episode 4, because probably about how much I hate Tucker, how much I hate Shao Tucker, and how like seeing Nina and he wants to kill Nina because of her to put her out of her misery.
And they did that in a very tight, In previously, we got more time with Nina also. So you really didn't see that coming. In the other series, we got more episodes with her. And so in this one, they cut it down a lot more. We get,
well, this one is
time with everything.
This one's more towards the manga from what I hear. And that one is more like they have more filler. So is that?
Yeah, it makes sense. Because they caught up to the manga and then they had to diverge and do their own thing. Oh, that's what I'm missing. Light. But shit, I forgot what I was gonna say about writing. Something about the hues or the sins. Allegory. Allegory. Yeah. They use alchemy as an allegory for the temptation of humanity, essentially, because with him, that's the thing that he values more than his with Tucker. His license is what he values. His little clock, that's what he values more than anything else, more than his own daughter and dog
and wife.
And in good writing, that's what you do. You use the thing that your story is about to tell an allegory of humanity and our various relationships and interactions with this thing, which can represent money. It can represent some non-physical element in society. It can, represent any number of things, but the struggle with that is the same. And this show does it so well with alchemy as its vehicle.
And then as with the 7 deadly sins and how they're always showing their sin, right? I think this is one of the best written animes that I have watched.
The thing, right?
Yeah, apparently there's like a live action movie that's like really bad, but it has all the old voice actors. And the lady that's married to the owner of the comic shop I go to, she was like, "Oh, I love it," and everybody's like, "It's so bad." And she's the only person who's like, "I love it. It's the best thing ever."
Oh, it's terrible, dude. I've seen it.
But this
It's
show,
not as bad as Sorry, it's not as bad as Avatar: The Last Airbender movie. That, oh my god, that was terrible.
But I watched this guy, Totally Not Mark, because he used to do a whole bunch of Dragon Ball stuff, and he did a thing on the manga of this, and he did like a series on the live action one. He's like, "This is the first time I'm ever going to stop reviewing something because it makes me so sad. I don't want to talk about it." And he did like a 5-part series on like the manga of Full Metal, and he was like, "This is the greatest thing ever. I can't believe I've had it on my shelf for all this time and I've never read it, and I read it and this is great." And then he saw that live action and he was like, "It hurts my soul."
The show is so good. It's so good. It touches on such core elements of life and morality and everything.
It's one of the only shows that gives me feelings, because feelings are not my style. You know, I think some feelings they've been knocked out of my head from the 11 concussions I've had in my life. So who knows if I even have them. But this show, it's like, why? What is this? Why is there water coming out of my eyes? Like, what is going on here? And like the characters are just so fun. Like the part where Mustang and Havoc meet Lus, and Havoc is like, "Oh no, this is my girlfriend," right? And Mustang's is like, "I can see how she tricked you. You've always been a sucker for big boobs." And he's like, "I can't help it. I love them." And you're just like, "Oh, geez." And like earlier, when he first gets the girlfriend, Mustang's like, "Do you guys have any problems coming with me to Central?" And he's like, "Yeah, I just met this great girl and I like her a lot." And he goes, "Dump her."
Yeah, and everyone's got their personality. Even that little guy on the team.
Are you talking about Edward?
With the spiky hair.
Short,
even that
spiky.
Guy, like yeah. Ed fixes his radio in like the first episode or something when we meet him. The one with the glasses.
One with the glasses.
I'm sitting here talking about how distinct everyone is, and you're like, "Who are you talking about?"
It's
all good.
No, I think
one of Mustang's guys.
Yeah, he is Mustang's pawn. I don't remember his name. I want to say it's like Fury, but like Fuhrer King Bradley makes me think it's not Fury.
He's probably the most insignificant person on the team, but yeah, like you said, he's the pawn.
But he comes in clutch so many times. But Mustang calls him his pawn, right? So he's the pawn. What's his name with the orange hair, the buffy or the stronger built dude? Hubert, something like that, maybe.
I don't remember.
I'll show you him. This tier list that I found, he's on there twice. For some reason, whoever did this and put him on there twice. He's the Rook. Hawkeye's his queen. Havoc is knight. And Wallen, I think his name is Wallen. The gray hair guy, Wallen, I think, maybe. Sounds about right.
I know who you're talking about. The one that went to Northern.
Yeah, he went to Briggs.
Yeah.
He's his bishop, according to how he ranks him as chess pieces.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Mustang's team is like chess, and he's constantly playing chess and losing to Grammon.
He's losing to a deck
The
full
old
of queens.
yeah.
Well,
But it's just they all have
Oh,
their
go ahead.
quirks, and I like them all. Like the characters are just so fucking well written. Like Scar, fucking so well written. And
Mhm.
like at the end, he goes from like wanting revenge to I'm going to help change this country.
Yeah. He realizes the problem is like what he was angry at was a symptom. The problem was this thing that you know they were looking for, and that was this bigger picture that was going on. And once he realized that, he's like, oh well, you can't harbor anger against people who were just as ignorant as you were 5 minutes ago before you saw this literal impossible thing. You're like, oh, this is why everything's fucked up.
Exactly.
I get okay. I was mad at the wrong people.
Yeah.
And but like but with him though, the kind of redemption arc with Winry is what's really that's what really makes it happen. Like aside from knowing the truth and getting in on it on everything, like that's what gets him to start rethinking everything and reevaluating like what he's doing and what he's after. And you know, it
Because
changes your focus.
she didn't shoot him. All because
Not only did she not shoot him, she like gave him a lesson, and he made him realize like she like guilted him into quitting his mission.
Yeah. So, what else is there? Do you have like a favorite like arc? Because like there's the beginning. I don't know what the arcs are called in this show.
I love apes. Cut it out. I love my cat's on the table trying to get at my water.
What my dog does that. Like will jump in and put his nose in my water, and you're like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, at least their cats are slow about it though.
So you can like just get him out of there.
Anyway, I love the end. The last like 1/3 of the whole series is just spectacular. It is paced so perfectly because it's the end. Like essentially, the last third of the show is the end of the show. It's not like we build up to a climax in the last 10 episodes or whatever. It's no, the last 1/3 of the show is the climax. It is the day that they've been waiting for, and all stuff going on, and every single story thread that's been built up, it comes to a conclusion. Everything comes together. Everything gets resolved very neatly, and very not just neatly, but like even when you're like, this I don't want that. Like it feels right, you know. Like the characters themselves have their story conclude and tie together so beautifully that, especially after the first one, because they kind of went off on their own and did their own thing, it ended like crap. Seeing such a masterful conclusion to Brotherhood was really, it felt really nice. It was really rewarding. And yeah, it was like every time that it hits that part of the show, I'm excited because like everything just feels so nice. It's so perfectly paced. And I can't. I constantly use it as an example to for pacing when I'm talking
and
about
for
good pacing.
and for how people should learn how to write. Watch the show if you need to learn how to write. This is great. Okay, great for learning how to write because it actually has good stuff on how to write. Disney Star Wars writers, take notes. Take notes. Watch this. Learn how. I think my favorite arc is like the Lust arc, all the way up to where Mustang just completely destroys her. And like leading up to that, you're like, he's completely useless in water. Like they make fun of him that he's useless in rain. Like even at the end, Hawkeye's like, I don't want to cry over you now because you're useless when it's wet. Just like dumping on him. And soaking wet, he fucking kills Lust. And it was just insane. And I was just like, what the I was like, I thought he was useless. And yeah. And like he found out
he was burned, he was cut open, he was completely sliced open.
Yeah, and he cauterized the wound by burning himself. Like insane. Yeah, so there's so much about this show that it's insane. So we haven't talked about the politics of this show. So we find out that the homunculi have been running the show ever since the creation of M.F.S. And you have Führer King Bradley, who is Wrath, as the king, or Führer, as they call him, to rule the country, going in and killing these other places so they can get their souls for their immortal army or something like that. I think they're called the Immortal Legion or something like that.
Yeah, the Legion.
Yeah. And they just, it's just
that was even a low level goal for them.
Yeah. Well, they wanted to sacrifice everybody so he can like kill God or something, or become God. One of the two.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to become God. He wanted to like eat just to higher levels of consciousness and higher and higher. And so I think he ate the moon, right?
I think.
Or what was it? The moon was the portal to the cosmic, like whatever.
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember that part. That's the next episode for me. My third rewatch. So if I watched that, if I didn't fall asleep, I would have fucking finished it last night. But I fell asleep. And I was like, you know what? I can watch it at work, and then I didn't get any time at work. And
yeah, he was trying to eat essentially what he perceived to be God, or whatever was the next biggest thing in the universe. Because he started off as just a tiny little flask, and he ate like a city, and then he ate a country, and then he, using the power of the country, he's like, okay, I can eat the bigger thing to, I have the power to contain it, and then grow from there. But it's all hubris.
Yeah, hubris, pride. He creates pride in his image, his first homunculi. That is an evil little kid. But we hear so much about the Ishvalan war, the war in Ishval, and how it's like gave like Hawkeye and Roy Mustang and then like PSD, right? Or
PTSD.
PTSD, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not good with acronyms.
It's all good.
And they find out that it was Envy who started it. He just turned into a soldier and killed some sweet, innocent little kid. And the next day, they were like, it's okay to kill them all. There you go. Here's your executive order. And you're just like, shit. And then you have the Shing politics where you're like,
I wish it made more people think about either if it was more widespread or if it made more people think about real tragedies and events in the world that we go like, oh, why did that happen? That was such a terrible thing. The media fanned the flames. It turned into this whole sensation. Like it's so embraced by like everybody top to bottom. We've got celebrities and companies going, oh, well, this is important. We need to stand by them, And yeah, but no one thinks about it. But like it could be stuff like this, like where ND did that and it quickly escalated, and then it was now we're at war with this little, what started off as a plant essentially.
So if you ever watched The Kingsman, which is the prequel and the third one that came out, like the assassination of Duke Ferdinand, the shot around the world, or shot heard around the world that starts World War I.
Yeah.
In that movie, it was planned by the bad guys, right? And so that's what starts the war is they assassinated him. They first shot and missed because they like caught him, and then he got around the corner somehow and was able to kill him, and that was the shot. So like, I don't think in history he was shot at twice, but in the movie he was shot at twice, and that's basically what Envy did.
They might have made it like dramatic because I remember what happened when I was learning about it when I was a kid. It was that they planned to assassinate him during this en route to whatever, and they failed. They got cold feet, or like they couldn't get to him. Like there was too many people, or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, "Ah, man, we fucked up." And so then they just kind of lingered around, and then they came back through to go home, and they're like, "Oh, bro, second chance," and they went, and then that time they did, and then the rest of the history is as is.
Yeah, that's basically what happened in the movie.
All right.
But yeah, that's basically what Envy did. He was like, he just went in and started the war. It's like, I know this is going to happen. And throughout learning about the Ishvalan War, they always use symbolism. And I think it's to the German people in the 1930s, 40s, because they have all glowing blue eyes. And they all the soldiers have blonde hair too. If you notice that when they're marching through that, they have the blonde hair and the blue eyes walking through.
Yeah, it's one of the distinctions that they make about their people. And also like the show also has a lot of roots in the occult and in hidden ancient, magic and alchemy, like a real life alchemy and alchemy history and stuff. Like Van Hohenheim is named after a real alchemist, like that bombastic, what is the long crazy name that they give him was the dude's real name. Like there are a lot of references to real alchemy symbolism and historical figures in the show. And I forgot this was going to tie into the other thing we were talking about before that, but I forgot what it was now.
Okay, no worries. So I'll do some talking and you go grab your pizza.
Okay. Well, I mean, shit, it's pretty, like, I was just going to leave it there. It's private, go off camera real quick. But
no, it's cool. No, it's fine.
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
What was the topic before that? What were we saying before that? Because I wanted to time together.
I was talking about the symbolism with the eyes and everything. And
the eyes. So Van Hohenheim was German.
There you go. Perfect.
There we go. Tie it all together.
Everything makes sense now. Father is like a copy of von Hohenheim, and Hohenheim is German. So yeah. So basically, all of this show is like whatever that word is. He used allegory earlier. I don't know if I'm using the word correctly for allegory, but it's all symbolism. There's all symbolism throughout the show about everything. It's got the 7 deadly sins as all the homunculi. You got gluttony, who wants to eat every single person. You got sloth, who doesn't want to work, and they force him to work. You have pride, whose pride is what constantly gets him in trouble. You have envy, who's jealous, and just I fucking hate envy because of how annoying envy is. And I think it's because I don't like envious people, and envy is just the epitome of envy. And then greed is pretty fucking awesome. He's like, he wants everything, right? Greed the avaricious. Greed the avaricious. That's the word. And he just wants everything. And then he tells Edward, not all greed is bad. right? You could want some stuff for yourself. And he's basically telling him that to Winry, about Winry. And there's the little love story between Ed and Winry. And then, like, the proposal is the funniest fucking thing ever. He's like, starts talking in like the law of equivalent exchange, right? And he's like, "How I give you, I'll give you half of me if you give me half of you." Yeah. And she's like, "Why don't I just give you all of me?" And it's like, what? Like, she's like, "Well, you married." And it's just like cute.
Yeah, it was
and it's
sweet.
like, and like, she's like, "Does everything have to be alchemy with you?"
He was a nerd trying to do romance, is what
it
was like. It gets a little bit obscured. You see it in his interactions with people that, but otherwise you kind of forget because he's a nerd and a fighter. Like those are his two things. So then when he has to do stuff outside of that, he's like, okay, do I handle this like a nerd or like a fighter? Like, I can't punch it. Punching's bad. Okay. The law of equivalent exchange it is.
Can I punch Winry of my proposal? No. But no, so a big thing they do in this show that I don't think I see as much in like other shows is they're constantly going back to the truth. They talk about the truth all the time. Maybe you can find the truth in the truth. You've seen the truth. And the truth is that little like outline character where it
and it always represents the person that it's talking to. It always has their silhouette.
Yeah. And it's just so that's the truth. But the real truth is what Edward learns at the end when he gives up his alchemy. But throughout the whole thing, the truth is mentioned over and over and over again, trying to drive in that point about the truth. And it's like, now that you've seen the truth, you've been in this portal. They're trying to reopen the portal so they can become even stronger, you know? And see, I haven't seen the regular Full Metal Alchemist. Biggles says truth 4 times in a row. Truth, 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 truth.
And that's a big thing about the show. It's symbolism, its message, everything is because in real life it's very much the same way. Once we see the truth, once we know the truth about something, do we continue to live in this world of lies that makes it's comfortable and makes us feel better, maybe doesn't put us in danger, or do we act on what we know? And the truth that they learn isn't just that their society is messed up, that it's built on lies, but also that spiritually and like when it comes to nature and everything, like a lot of the things that they've learned are wrong, and they were taught those things in order to keep them within a certain structure, you know, in order to be sacrificed. Society was created for that, or was engineered for that purpose, or their society was. Mm-hmm. And so what are you going to do when you see the truth? And then once you think you know the truth, what if there's more to it?
Mm-hmm. Do you want to take the red pill
why it iterates
or the
so
blue
much?
Pill? Right? Yeah. The Matrix thing, red pill or blue pill. But yeah, everything, I love everything about this show. Do you have any stuff from Full Metal? Like anything at all?
Do I have any what?
Do you have any stuff from Full Metal Alchemist? Like anything at all?
Do I have any stuff?
Yeah, like merch or anything?
Oh! No, I don't think I do.
No? All right, well then I'm going to go grab mine.
Oh man. I have a couple. I don't buy that many things. But yeah, no, I don't have anything.
I don't buy a lot of things either, but I don't like Funko Pops, but I have 2 Funko Pops. And I actually so these are my friend's 2 favorite characters. So I bought them and I was like, I'll just give them to her for their birthday. And I realize that I already bought the other two for them for their birthday. So maybe next year I'll give them these. So this year I'll give them these.
That's funny.
But
Yeah, I do. I never realized I have a serious lack of Full Metal Alchemist memorabilia. Thanks for pointing that out.
Well, I apologize to your wallet, but they actually have the prices of them on this. But I bought these and I was going to give them to her, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot. I didn't do it because you had been telling me to watch this forever, and then they told me go watch this. So I was going to give them to her for birthday, and I kept them instead. So I got Hawkeye, and she's like holding the dog. These things creep me out.
Aww.
But I have them, right? And then I have Olivier, who
nice
is badass. So I have these.
Awesome.
I have these two.
She's my favorite addition to Brotherhood. She was not a character in the original.
She wasn't
anime. No, she wasn't at all.
Damn.
Not even present. She's a whole new, entirely new addition.
Oh well, I'm glad I watched Brotherhood then.
Yeah, she was freaking great.
So I like to do something after we do merch and manga. It's a tier list. Now I took this. Okay.
I do have one thing. I just remembered.
All right, go get it.
My buddy brought these from Japan.
All right, go ahead, show them off. Oh, sick.
So yeah.
Is that like the manga?
It's on my hands right now, but yeah.
Oh damn.
So
Nice.
I can't read it, obviously.
I couldn't read it if it was in English, you know.
Yeah.
So I like to do these tier lists, and some of these people I don't remember their name. And look, they put him on here twice. This was the dude I was talking about earlier. I think his name starts with an H. I think. Maybe I should get a list of the character names. See, they put him on here twice.
This guy? Oh yeah, that guy, the chubby dude.
Yeah, I just I didn't remember his name. Yeah, but I put some of these characters that I didn't even want to talk about, like down here, because they're not in enough. Like I don't want to talk about Nina because she's not in enough. But I do want to start off with Tucker.
What is this a tier list of? Just the characters themselves?
Just the characters. So I want to start with Shao Tucker. I hate this motherfucker more than anything in the world.
Oh wait, real quick, I just want to say hey Chunk. Chunk said, "Sup, Kai." I opened the stream over here.
Yeah, right there. Sup, Kai. What up, Chunk? So I want to start with Shao Tucker. I hate him more than anything in this world. I fucking hate him. When Scar kills him, I cheer. Like, he is the ultimate evil. The ultimate evil. He is way worse than Father trying to murder everyone. Because he kills his own daughter and his own wife. I want to put him F tier because I fucking hate him. But
which, just to be clear, Father would do the same thing. Father would do 100% the same thing. He just wouldn't be a pathetic, sniveling bitch about it.
Yeah, I guess but he doesn't have a daughter, so fuck him. So I hate him. I fucking fuck him. The F is for fuck Tucker. But no one else can be an F tier. Fuck you. I hate him so much. He's fucking scum.
That's a good way to start it. This is the
Yeah.
meter. Let's do the S tier. Let's do worst and then best, and then start putting people in the middle.
All right. Who would we put as the best character? For me, it's Hughes. That's why he's my favorite. He's what every man should aspire to be. But you also have
so
Roy
this is
and
overall character judgment thing, not just a strength thing or nothing.
yeah. Overall character.
All right, let's put Hughes at the top.
But you also have Roy and Scar that could be in the S tier as well. And Olivier.
Nah, Hughes wins. Nah.
Hughes?
Okay. I'd say Hughes and then Scar. If we were to put those two in any order, you know.
Mm-hmm. And then you have Olivier, who's just fucking badass as well.
Yeah, put her in S tier also.
Yeah, I think
she is. She is so fucking smart and tough as nails, and I'd say
beats
put her
the shit out of Alex.
Yeah, but like she can also be demure and play the role that she needs to play, and like very tactful, on her toes. Like, just holy shit, that's a woman.
Dude, the women in the show are just fucking badass. It's like, you want strong women characters? Hollywood, learn from this. Go watch this. Be like, oh shit, that is one badass woman. And like,
yeah,
she's like, oh, Raven, and was like, tries to like do her girly charm and just was like, stabs him and throws him into the cement. You're like, you fucking eat a dick. He's like, fuck you, Raven.
Let's try to pick one or two people for the other tiers.
Okay.
For A, B, C, and D.
I think the Chimeras, like the 4 Chimeras, are all C tier. Like, they're all mid. They're right where they need to be.
All of them?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, like Grilla, Lion.
You have about the same level of development.
Yeah.
All right, I'm good with that actually. The 4 Chimeras right there.
This is all 4 of them, right? That's a Chimera, right?
Who? Move
this
your
one?
mouse around. I don't know if I see your mouse.
You can't see my mouse? Okay, it's
in between the Mohawk guy and the to the right of the Mohawk guy is 1, 2, 3.
And then the one
I think the next one is also one of them, yeah. I think those 4 next to the Mohawk are the Chimeras.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can share screen and get my let's just do the full window, maybe. Okay. Can you see my mouse now? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, these, I think they're all right where they need to be in the middle. Yeah. Okay. So I think the Chimeras are in the middle. I'm not. I don't want to do these 4. Well, we'll do him, but he's up here.
We'll circle back to them.
And we don't want. Yeah. And we don't want to do the panda.
Why not?
Well, fine. We can do the panda. I didn't make this tier list. Okay, Sloth is C. You think Sloth is C? I don't know. Sloth kind of sucks.
Yeah, I think I put Sloth at D.
Yeah, that's where I would put Sloth.
Put Sloth at D. Yeah, let's do it now.
Okay.
Thanks for the prompt.
Yeah, thanks, man.
What about teacher as A tier?
Yeah, Asumi Curtis. I'm just a housewife, you know. Fucking, I think she's an A. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think
her and Olivia meeting was incredible.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Let's see, who would be B? Maybe Hohenheim?
Maybe. What about the Red Eyes guy? The Olivia's
Miles?
number 1. Yeah,
Miles?
What about Miles for B?
I think he would be like a high B. Yeah, that would work. Yeah, I could see that. Okay, and then we can work around this. Right? That's what we want to do. All right, we have your favorite character, Armstrong. My favorite voice actor voices Armstrong, so he gets bonus points for me. You know, I I really like him. He's always taking off his shirt, ready to fight. You know, but
Armstrong is amazing.
What?
Armstrong is amazing.
Yeah, but you know what? He kind of loses points for getting his ass kicked by his sister and crying about it. Please, Olivier, don't hurt me. You know, and you're like, come on, you're this big muscular guy, and you're crying. And then his little sister walks by.
Though. He's a gentleman. You know?
Yeah,
but he's a gentleman.
His little sister walks by and goes, "Good luck, Alex."
For me, the negative for him is his lack of depth and development. No, he's got depth, lack of development. Like,
all right,
he's well written and he's consistent, and kind of, you know, we always know where his heart is, but he doesn't really have much of an arc. Really, we just learn more about him, his family, etc. I'd say I'd put him at B tier.
B, okay, I can see
A
that.
Or B. Well, no, A has a little more development. A's are more because she has, you know, teacher has her like thing with her baby and other stuff.
She has all that extra growing.
Yeah, whereas at the B tier, these guys are both consistent and they don't have much character development.
All right, Alphonse Elric, who is constantly being confused for the Full Metal Alchemist, and you could argue that he is actually the Full Metal Alchemist, even though Edward is nicknamed the Full Metal Alchemist. You could argue that he's actually the main character over Edward. Alphonse forgives his father much faster than Edward. He doesn't hold grudges like Edward. He's also a nerd like Edward. And he can kick Edward's ass. So what do we think about Alphonse?
They both have a lot of development and stuff. It's not like one brother got shafted over another.
Yeah, there's so much. You could argue that he's the main character over Ed. And Ed is just code name Full Metal Alchemist, but it's actually about Alphonse.
What's funny is Al doesn't get too many moments to shine like on his own, like really, really stand out. But when he does, he really shines.
Like when he's fighting Kimberly and Pride?
He works on his own a lot more in Brotherhood, but like let's say when they go to kidnap him. And they're like, look, kid, you know, you're grown up. You can, like, make your own choices. I can? Yeah. So why don't you come with us? Boom. All right. I've chosen not to come with you. I'm like, this kid, dude. All right.
Alphonse is good.
Yeah.
I might meet the voice actor for Alphonse next year. And I think it's March. So it won't be so fucking hot when I go there.
Scroll up a little bit. Let's see if I'd honestly put their brothers at A or S.
I'd
put them at S. I think.
Yeah.
Like there's really good characters. They're really strong leads, and they both have different, you know, arcs and.
Yeah. Well, they do really well when they're alone, and then they re-meet at the end, and that's like everything just sets into place there, and then they get their bodies back, and it's really good. All right, Barry the Chopper. No character development with Barry. He just wants to cut things, and he's just a fun character. He makes Alphonse have like a mental breakdown. I think
that's
Barry
crazy because you don't think much of him And then he puts that little seed in his head for a hot second. He's like, hold on. What? Like, what are you saying, bro?
Mhm.
Oh my god, dude, Barry's so much fun.
He's so much fun.
We actually get Barry's story in the original
Brotherhood. Oh, do
anime.
you?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you get some of his story.
An episode or two.
Oh, nice. You get some of his story in this too.
Oh wait, yeah, we get it, but like in the other show, we experience it.
Okay, so maybe I should watch or the regular one. I don't know where it's on.
You're probably gonna want to put her out at some point. All right, let's put Barry at
the very bottom of B.
Yeah, B. No, fuck that. Yeah. He's just like these guys, consistent, strong personality, changes brings they're
fucking hilarious. I love Barry the Chopper. All right, I forgot his name. We'll just call him Rook because that's
all right.
He's on here twice. They really want us to rank him. He's probably the weakest out of one of the. He's like one of the lowest, I would say, in out of.
I'd say no.
Mustang's
I'd say he's above
pawn pieces.
I'd say he's above the pawn. And is that Fallman, the guy next to the Mohawk?
This isn't one of his pawns.
Oh, okay.
Or one of his he's in love with Maria Ross. And he slapped Alphonse and hurt his hand. That guy.
That's right, he was one of the guards.
Mm-hmm. This is the one who gets moved to Briggs. This is the one who loses his legs.
I was gonna say, you know who should be on here twice but isn't? Ling. But they have Greed as a separate avatar.
Oh yeah, they have original Greed and Ling.
I think the original Greed represents Greed as a character.
Yeah, I thought so too when I saw this.
Greed.
Yeah,
because that guy is consistent.
I saw another one where it was Breda. See, I knew his first name started with an H. Thank you. I'm so bad with names. I'm fucking awful with names.
I think he's right there with the Chimeras, I'd say.
Yeah, he's in front of the Chimeras.
And then I'd put Mohawk with
Buccaneer. He's got to be with Miles, right?
Oh yeah, that's where I was thinking.
He's got to be with these guys because he doesn't have much character built or like development.
Yeah,
but he's fucking solid.
Yeah,
And his fight with Fury till he fights to the death is fucking pretty.
You know what? Like seeing what's the guy on the left's name?
Miles,
yeah. Seeing Miles next to these three guys kind of makes me want to knock Miles down a tier or put him at the end. Put him at the end of these guys. Right? Because like it's front to back is in order, right? It's like top to bottom.
Yeah. I really like Miles. But yeah, I can go with this. Maybe in front of Barry. Because he's the one who helps change Scar's mind too.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have the same presence. Like when any of the other three guys show up on screen or in a battle, you're like, oh shit. You know?
Yeah, okay.
Or like, uh-oh, things are about to take a left turn, you know, like when fucking Barry shows up.
When he breaks
when this guy shows up, it's like maybe there's something secretive going on. You don't know.
Yeah, he's like all right. The fuck is his name again? Maria Ross's lover, I guess. The one up in love with Maria Ross. I like him. I don't know, mid. He's better than Sloth. I would have put him at D. I'd say behind the Chimeras, maybe. Does that look good? Come on, what's his name again? I need someone to just write down the names and just tell me the names of all the characters.
Sorry, I went to get another. I went to get some more pizza.
That's
Pretty
fine.
much clean out a whole pizza by myself. C
I
tier.
think he's better than Sloth. You know, maybe like.
Yeah. No, he is better than Sloth. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's got a little more depth.
He's just kind of there, you know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because the Maria Ross is the one with the mole. She's the one that slapped the kids and talked some sense into him. He was just her partner. He was like there for that, you know.
He slapped Alphonse.
Oh, he slapped Alphonse?
Yeah, so you don't see it, but he goes, Denny Broche. There you go. That's his name. So he slaps Alphonse, but he talks about it, right? He's like, next time I get to slap Edward, I had to slap Alphonse and it hurt. Like, but yeah, he's
that's awesome.
He's
okay. Move him up to C tier for that. That's fucking funny.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I'll put him in front of the Chimeras. Put him in front of the Chimeras.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Maybe these two
in the middle.
Yeah, because these two are the badasses. You know what? Hold on. I want to change that. The lion one, Heikel, I think his name is fucking the badass one. So he gets to be there.
You're right. Those two are kind of the more badass ones.
He's the one who fucking kills Kimley. Fucking bites through his throat.
No, nice. Yeah.
Is this Marco? No, this is Marco. Who's this guy?
That's the doctor that would treat them that he was depressed because his wife and kid left.
Oh yeah, and then
it's not why he was depressed, but that added to his depression.
Yeah, and then he ends up, and he like fucking has like a really dirty ass fucking house where he's like, no fighting in here. Dr. Knox. Okay.
Yeah. That guy. Why did they put that guy at B?
Yeah, you know what? He gets some character development too when his kid comes back. He can be behind Miles. I wouldn't. He's not cooler than.
And
Miles.
he kind of sets some characters straight, gives them some. You know, he's that.
I don't give a damn about your country. Yeah, it's just
sometimes they need to hear some things, and he tells them that, and then all right, now that that's settled, get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah, these two were fighting, May and no, he's Ling.
Yeah. I don't remember
I knew her. I knew her name coming into this.
That hurts.
I hate me. Yeah. Fen. Well, no. What is it? Lanfon. Yep. Lanfon. Who is the grandfather? Lanfon. Yep. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't believe like some of these names I like knew them all coming in. Yeah, Lanfan. I knew I knew their names before coming in here, and then I forgot. All right.
Yo, Lanfan cut off her own arm.
Yeah, she's fucking A tier too. We'll put her in there when we get there.
Oh yeah. I'd say
we'll get to it.
At least B tier.
I hate this little cunt.
B tier.
We got Envy here. I hate this little fucker. He's just
a little cunt.
He's the epitome of fucking
solid
envy.
Character though. That's why that hate means it's a good character. It's a well written. They nailed it,
dude. When he dies,
the most pathetic death.
Twice.
Oh yeah, twice. That's right.
Like when fucking Mustang is just like, boom, boom, boom. Oh, and he's like, like, stop it. And then he tried to get like Hawkeye, and he's like, when we're alone, the captain or the lieutenant colonel calls me by his real name or by my first name. He's like, that you're that close? Nope, I was lying. Boom! Just like boom, 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 boom.
That was great.
But fuck.
I love that Envy died crying and talking shit.
Yeah, he's just fucking. I fucking hate him, but not like I hate Tucker.
A or B.
Yeah.
I'd
So
say, 'cause
I
that's a
fucking hate this little cunt. Right? But he, like
this little bitch.
he's so good at being like hated. But it's not
Mhm.
like Tucker where I want to fucking light him on fire. Like the second I see him, be like, snap, fire, you know? Like
Yeah, Tucker's a dick.
we got douchebag father now. I fucking hate this guy too. But only because he's kind of pathetic. He's like the big boss wants to take on God, like become God. Uh, big cunt.
I like that we got his whole story from when he was a little homunculus in a flask and
Yeah, you definitely get a whole bunch of character development, which makes him a better character than these guys. He's just unlikable,
mm,
and like not in the way
a
that
little
Envy's.
flat,
Yeah,
but
not like the way Envy is unlikable, where he's like good written and he's supposed to be unlikable, but he's just unlikable as a character, like delivery and everything. Like even like how his lines are delivered. Maybe if you no, this is father. This isn't von Hohenheim.
yeah, he's like really
This,
smug, right?
yeah, he's kind of like a douche. I don't like him.
Yeah,
Um, maybe
because
the
he's like, oh,
Japanese.
everyone he talks to is like an ant to him. He's like, oh, look at this little fucking
Yeah,
ant trying to talk to me and shit.
maybe the like. I don't think it's like a strong voice acting like presence with it, but maybe when the Japanese version does it in the subs, it's like better delivered. So I don't know. That kind of like hurts his character for me for like ability. Feel like he's got no charisma. You know, he's like, I just need to help you because I want to take on God. I don't know. I think he's below the Chimeras, but above Sloth. You know.
Well,
I don't know. I'll let you choose.
but that character also represents the homunculus in the flask, right?
Yeah, the
Same
dwarf in the
character.
flask.
Yeah, so that guy's delivery is when he's a little homunculus, he's like, ah, and then when he's this guy, he's really flat. It's you know,
He
the
became
character has a
boring.
lot of range.
It's like he had that character digression, and then it's like I get some progression again later. Like you get all this progression, and now he digresses. I don't know. I feel like
But when he's in a different shell, you know, he's a different different vibe. Pull him up into the upper tier somewhere. Let's see where he feels right. Is he better written or worse written than? Is he a better character or worse character than Envy?
worse.
Oh, worse.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
I'd say still A tier though, just behind Envy.
Really? I wouldn't say he's better than
Yeah.
any of these characters.
He has more development than these guys, than all of these guys.
Yeah, but he also feels like he has digression.
How so? That's just his energy, his personality, his like when he's in this, like he's been chilling for.
Like when he starts off, he feels like he's maybe like he's conniving and like, and now in this he's just like, no, fuck you, you're like a peasant, so it doesn't matter what you do, it's going to happen in my way. And I feel like going from sneaky to being like prideful isn't really development.
Well, he was sneaky when he needed to be. He's a weasel of a character, and so then when he's, I did it. You know, as soon as he gets his shell, he's like, that's much better. Here you go, Van Hohenheim. I took care of you, buddy. Okay, so you know, like he's very different. When he was in the flask, he's like, "Oh no, please don't hurt me. I'll tell you whatever you want to know." And so once they're all dead, he's like, "Bitches." Yeah, you know, that's his that's his energy. It's his vibe.
I don't feel like he's an A, but we can put him there if you want.
All right, the top of B works.
All right. I don't think he's an A because I think the people that we put in A are all way better characters than him. And I also don't think he's better than Hohenheim. And I think Hohenheim is a B.
You think Hohenheim is A tier?
No, I think he's B.
All right.
But I do think he's better than Father.
Well, then drop him in there right now.
All right, let's throw him in there.
He's on the right side there, yeah.
Von Hohenheim, Father. What up, gaming? All right. All right. So we got Fu, old man Fu, complete badass. Sacrifices himself to get the kill on Bradley. Protects the young lord. Kicks some ass for getting revenge for his granddaughter. Fucks up or helps fuck up. Was it Gluttony and Pride with the flashbangs, giving the flashbangs and everything?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think Fu's A.
He was really useful. I don't. He was really useful, and he's a badass character. But like, I don't know about
not enough character development.
He didn't have very much development. What do we really know about him? You know, he's just like these guys.
Right
so
there.
That's why I think that these two in the front belong up on A tier because they have more character development than everyone else on that list.
All right, fine. They're at the very bottom. They're at the very bottom. Right there, maybe right in front of Barry.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, I like that. He's definitely better than Barry.
Gluttony. That fucking Gluttony.
Gluttony's an F.
F?
Gluttony's an F, yeah.
Okay, he's right in front
He's
of
just a trash character.
No one gets to be below Tucker. I refuse. I hate that fucker. All right. Greed. You can't say Greed doesn't have character development. And when he's with Ling, it's like just for that, I'm putting both. I want to put both of these at S.
Well, and then he makes sacrifice in the end too. I'd put him up in A tier.
Oh, I was thinking like bottom
or S. One of those.
Yeah, and then I would say Ling is.
I would put Ling in A. Yeah, he wouldn't be S tier. No.
I think they would be when they're together. S tier. You know. When they're not. Like original Greed, probably B, but when he gets his memories back and becomes the same Greed, S.
And then he grows too, you know?
Yeah.
Greed.
Gene Havoc, the character on this list who's the most like me. His weakness is titties. His weakness is titties. Dates lust. Who knows if he ever gets lucky? She is lust. So maybe he is the knight of Roy Mustang.
I love how when we see her on a date with him, she's wearing a dress that like covers up her tattoo, but it has the boob window. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah. Probably lights off. So he can't see it. So
where would you put Havoc?
Havoc kind of gets some growth. I would definitely put him past C, right? He's next to Risa. He's probably the best out of his men, right?
Yeah. The most one of the toughest characters there. Essentially, he's the one that comes in with the mask and you go Havoc. He's like, just shut up! I'm wearing a ski mask, you idiot.
Yeah, like that's why I'm supposed. Or you're not supposed to say my name. That's why we're using code names.
He's like, I hate working with amateurs. Yeah, and then he gets crippled.
Yeah,
And he still
and
finds a way
he's
to be useful anyway.
yeah, and then
I'd put him up at B at least.
yeah, Roy Mustang's
At least.
like,
Right.
thank you so much, and he's like, whose ass do you think you're kissing? And he's like, Gene Hammond, like he's so excited. Yeah, I could see him at like the top of B or the bottom of A. He does get character. He gets a lot of character growth actually. Um, Maybe there.
I mean, sorry, I was filling up my water. I literally
maybe,
ate that whole pizza.
nice.
Whole pizza.
Maybe right here or there, because these two are fucking badass, and so is he. Like,
I'd say he's right there with the old man.
Yeah. Okay. That works for me.
Yeah, that's a good one right there.
The pawn.
D. No, I'm kidding.
You said D?
No, yeah, low C. I'd say after the chimeras.
Okay. Yeah, he's kind of forgettable. Yeah. We have Wrath now. Führer King Bradley. That fight with him and Greed, and right before when he goes through and fucks up the tank, is fucking insane.
He was a badass villain, dude.
Like, just for that.
Nope, I know exactly what I am. I know exactly what I'm doing here to fuck you all up.
Yeah.
This is the reality of your circumstance. And, yeah, I'm pull out my swords now.
Yeah, just for that, I think he was like the very top of A, but he could even be S tier.
I'd say, yeah, A for sure. Top of A. I'm good with that.
I don't think he's as good as Greed.
I don't think he's not as good of a character. Greed's a stronger character, but like Greed's has a stronger arc and everything. Hands down S tier. Oh, for Bradley.
Yeah, well, you kind of get Bradley's story like in one episode, but I don't see any more growth from him after that one episut, right? So I wouldn't say he's
always exactly that. He's like that whole B tier, but as an A tier character. If you just put them all together, because he's consistent. There's no arc. He's exactly the same the whole way through.
But he's just fucking over the top awesome, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't want to put him as S because these guys are better, right?
Yeah.
Especially the king of the castle, you know? The true Führer, Mace Hughes. Every man should look up to this man right here. Learn how to treat your wife, your kids, and your family and friends. That man right here. Look to this man as a role model. Juan Fun.
I'd put her at A or B. Let me see what's there. Yeah, that's probably good. Like right around there. Yeah. Put her with these guys. She's more badass than Havoc.
Yeah, poor Havoc. If he didn't have that weakness for big boobs, he would have been able to help defeat Lust. Speaking of big boobs and Lust, right? Yeah, he took the lighter. Yep.
No, the lighter was broken, but like that spark is all that Mustang needed, so he helped.
Yeah.
Where would you put Lust?
She's a way better villain than MV. Like,
you think?
I
think she's a lot more flat than MV.
I think she's way better than MV.
We got more of her story in the original anime. We got nothing from her in Brotherhood. She's just the hot thing that dies pretty quick.
All right, well then.
Yeah, I'd say low B.
Okay. I think she's better than MV.
Yeah, she's the villainous equivalent of all these guys. So yeah, that works.
All right. So we got Maria Ross. Power.
Big C power.
And then envy greater than lust. Okay. I'll go with you guys. That's fine. Maria Ross. Killed by Roy Mustang. Wink, wink. Smacks the shit out of Edward. Gives them a stern talking to. Framed for Hughes's murder. The pretty women, lots of pretty women. He was talking about her, so they like would go see her and find out she's not dead. She comes back when needed, helps with the broadcasts with Fuhrer Bradley's wife, and then that's all I can think of for her.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's still a lot.
Yeah, she's definitely better than him.
Yeah, I'd put her at C or B. Maybe up there. Yeah. Actually, that's good. Yeah, because we don't really know that much else about her. It's just what she goes through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's the top of C. That works.
May. The sweetheart of Alphonse. You got a little Shing princess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You crush on him.
Alphonse. Well, no, at the end he goes
Taller
off to
than my brother
Shing.
too.
Yeah, when at the very end, Alphonse goes to Shing, and Edward goes, "Oh, you even got a little Shing princess there." So he's going to Shing to see her and to learn about alchemy.
He's like, hey, like, she's a little older now, and oh wait, how old is she? Actually, how old is she supposed to be?
Fuck, I don't know. But Alphonse is only like 15, I think. So it's like 2 kids.
What's her name again?
May.
No. May.
May something.
Mei Chang.
Hey,
Race. Moon. Birthplace. Qing. Age 13. So she's supposed to be 13.
But she's only 2 years younger than Alphonse.
Okay. So yeah, they can totally.
Yeah, it's not creepy at all when you're 2 years apart. Even though she looks like she's like 7.
High school. Okay, all right.
Yeah, right. One's a sophomore. One's possibly a freshman or 8th grade. I don't know. Yeah. There's no way he's older than a sophomore.
All right, so I don't know, where would you place her? Because I know how I feel, but I want to see what you think. That's where you put her?
Maybe.
I think she's A tier.
You think? You know what? She does get more growth than all of these characters.
Yeah. She does more. She has more growth. She has more agency.
All right, fuck
like
you,
she could walk around and boss these guys around and be like, "Who is that little girl throwing around orders?"
Well, I don't think she could do that to Teacher or Bradley.
Yeah, no. Essentially, everyone on the A tier is people that she couldn't order around, or that wouldn't, stand for her shit. Like everyone on the B tier, except for Lest, who's clearly an antagonist,
Well, Buccaneer's not going to listen to her. He's going to be like, "Shut up, you little girl,"
Yeah, he will until she saves his ass, and then she's like, "Look, I told you." He's like, all right, fine.
Pinocchio. That's how you say her name. I almost said Pinocchio. Winry's grandma. C? I don't know. D?
C, yeah.
C?
Yeah, she was somewhere in the end of C. Or I don't know. Either before or after the Chimeras is up to you.
Okay.
Or in the
we
middle.
get younger Pinocchio, and I kind of like her because she like sets Hohenheim straight, you know, in the dream. So I could see her above these two. But these are the
Of course, he
badass
dreamed
ones.
about her when she was hot. He was like, yeah.
Vano and
Not
I.
gonna dream about old Pinocchio. That's not a good time.
Okay. Pride is way better than Envy, right? Can we agree on that?
Pride? Is that Pride? Is that what that is?
That's Pride. You know, I have to tell you a story.
That's the image they used. They didn't use an image of him as a kid.
Well, that's so it's got here. Let me zoom in more if I can. So it's got Salim in the middle, and then it's got all his faces.
Oh yeah, I see it now. Okay. I was like, what the fuck is that? Okay, I see it now. That is okay. That's a good one. Yeah.
So story time for Pride, right? I got to do this. When you first have Wrath talking to Pride, it shows like a butterfly and a spider. So for the longest time, I thought Pride was the spider. Like there was a spider web. So I thought Pride, when he was talking to Pride, was the spider. And they were going to have to deal with this big ass fucking spider. And then I find out that it's Salim Bradley, and I was like, what? No way! But
dude, it is kind of a, you don't see it coming that it's this little freaking kid is a homunculus.
Yeah.
But
I think
badass too.
I think he's better than Envy.
Yeah. I'd put him above Envy for sure.
But he's just so arrogant.
He's more ruthless too.
Yeah, and he's just like, Gluttony, I see you're an F rank character. Come get fucking eaten. You know, like you're the one who likes to eat everything. Well, guess what? I'm going to eat you now. And you're just like, holy shit. He's so fucking brutal. And like you see, like he's just all hubris, all pride.
And extremely intelligent.
Yeah, and you see that is why he falls. Pride comes before the fall, right? And that's why Pride falls. So I think he's better than Envy. I fucking hate this little cunt. All right.
Well-written little cunt.
Risa Hawkeye. So much character development. Yeah. The Queen as Colonel Mustang puts. Yeah. Fucking badass. Fucking teaches Ed about the Ishvalan War. Just there's so much stuff that she does that she's such a big part of the story. Stops Mustaine from going down like a berserk path where he was killing Envy, right? Because he hates that fucking cocksucker as much as I do. Probably more because he killed Hughes. You know, I think all three of these are at least A. Like, I think these three could be the top of A. Kimley, Roy Mustang, Risa Hawkeye.
I'm making a little cushion here for my kitty because she's over here meowing and stuff. So.
Oh, no worries. No worries. I think Risa Hawkeye is probably one of the best female characters in the show. And
sorry,
probably
I smashed my knee.
Probably would be the best if Olivier wasn't here. I think she could go S.
Yes, I agree. Ow. Her and Roy, I think, belong on S.
Okay.
Kimley would be A tier.
I think Kimley is the best villain in the show.
Well, then put him in S tier.
Well, wouldn't Greed be the
best villain?
Okay. We got a lot of S tiers. Like,
that's what he deserves.
So like, Kimley is just so fucking brutal. And then he's like, well, what do you expect? We're in a war. Right?
And then he's not in a war. He's like, well, I fucking felt like it. Okay.
Yeah. And he's like, you being, he tells Edward, like, you being soft is going to allow me to kill you. And he almost kills him. If the Chimeras didn't save Edward, Kimley would have killed him.
And he's a very much a live by the sword, die by the sword kind of a person. Because then when he gets his, he's like, oh man, should have seen it coming.
Right? Like, he gets his neck bitten off by Heichel. This Chimera.
But that's not what ends him, though. That's not what ends him. Remember, I think, was it Pride that eats him? It consumes him?
Oh, yeah. Well, he's like sitting there dying him. Yeah, I think Pride does.
Yeah. He uses him to transmute. He uses him to transmute or something. I don't remember what he did. But he uses them, and he's like, yeah, this is what happens.
Yeah. As he's sitting there dying from getting his neck bitten off. Marco, I feel like Marco gets like so much character development. He's not really okay. So when I think of Marco, I know he's not here, but when I think of Marco, I think of like he's this researcher that like stopped, and he wouldn't risk the people of his village, right? Because he didn't want to kill them all. I think he's B. But he gets so much more character development. So
then he has himself disfigured in order to avoid detection and stuff, and like he's so repentant, you know. I think he's a great character. He uses himself as bait and everything. Hey,
because I have a hard time finding a character who gets as much development as Marco, other than these three. And Greed, right? I would say he's A.
You say him in A? You say he's A?
Or like the top of B? Because he's...
Yeah, no, I'd say A for sure.
Not only is he consistent,
I thought you were thinking of putting him in S.
Oh, no.
I was thinking about it.
No. Because I still think let me do this. Yeah, let's do that. I like that. He's got a lot of character development. All right. Waller, I think, maybe.
I'd put him at D.
D?
He's pretty basic. He doesn't do shit.
He cries at the end. He cries at the end, you know.
He's the one that called out Fallman during the operation. He's like, "He smells like an ashtray." Hey, is that you? Like, he's that guy.
All right, we don't even need to talk about Winry. She just gets to go up here.
Yeah, he goes right up to.
Sorry, boys, you get you get dethroned by Winry. Fucking, this guy fucking hits Pride with a car. I feel like that should make him S tier in the top of the list, right? Or right behind Hughes.
Yeah, that guy's. Yeah, that's funny. He has a moment, but no.
He fucking hits a little kid with a car.
Another good reason to watch at least part of the original, at least the first half of it, is you get to see this guy's episode. Like, this guy, yeah, they mentioned what they're like, oh, remember it was one of their early things that got them famous. Use the Coldwell use mine, yada da da da. Or Usewell coal mine or whatever. Usewell coal mine or Coldwell use mine. No, so they but like in the original, he had a whole episode.
Oh, nice.
But they didn't reuse him in the same way like they did here.
Just for hitting Pride with the car, he gets to go above Sloth.
All right, that works.
All right, so he's done twice, so he doesn't need to.
Yeah, he's
be on
going to do
here.
him.
All right,
the
you
panda.
wanted to do the panda, so we'll do the panda.
Yeah. Let's scroll up. I want to see the characters. Yeah, let's put the panda at the yeah, at the top of S. I was thinking B. Like maybe right after. Yeah, there we go. Right there.
All right.
Bottom of B.
All right.
Their mom.
Mother Elric.
D. No character growth.
Yeah, how dare she die?
Hardly any screen time. Hardly any screen time.
I didn't even want to put her on here. Nina.
Oh, Nina. Nina's sweet. She goes A tier. I would say A tier.
Fuck off, Bradley. Nina, I fucking... Dude, D for dead for the mom. Like, I loved Nina so much, and when they killed her, or when they turned her into a chimera, I became like fucking Fuhrer King Bradley. Move over. I will become Wrath. Okay, let me force the swords through that guy's head. Like, just chop him up into tiny pieces. I fucking hate you, Tucker. You fucking cocksucker. Poor little Nina.
What about the other girl, the glasses girl?
Is this the
Could be the only one we left out?
Is this the nerd librarian?
Yeah. Cheska.
Cheska. Right behind the Chimeras.
She's more reliable than them.
Okay, right above the Chimeras. Right there. Cheska.
Yeah, that's fine. That works.
Yeah, she helps them figure out the research.
Why are those guys in between the chimeras? There's what? The chimeras are separated by the other guys. By a
well, he bites Kimley's neck.
That guy over a couple.
Back here?
Yeah. There we go. So he's next to the other one. Just Fallman and Pinocchio are in the middle of the chimeras.
But see, we put him here because he killed Kimley.
Okay.
Or, well, almost killed
yeah,
Kimley.
that's right. Oh, yeah, move him back up.
All
right.
And then we got him again. So do we put him right next to him?
Nah, put him down in the F tier.
Okay.
No, he doesn't get to. No one gets to be behind that guy, right? So
I know, but I can't.
Put him behind Sloth. Put him behind Sloth.
So he's a C tier and a G tier.
Yeah, that works.
So this is our list. This is how we end the show. Kai, do you want to tell these lovely people that like to hang out with me on these Mondays where they can find you?
Sure. I actually need to make the thumbnail for my show tonight because I have a show Monday and Thursday nights at 10 p.m. Pacific called Late Night Delight. I talk about all kinds of stuff. I was gone last week because of personal matters, but I'm back, and so I'm going to be catching up with everybody, hanging out, reading articles about things, talking about whatever's going on. I need to look over I bookmarked a bunch of stuff, so I need to sort through what I actually want to talk about tonight. So, yeah, come find me at Late Night Delight. I'm also playing Breath of the Wild, and for Halloween, I'm going to be playing a new game. I'm going to be playing party games once or twice a week. So, yeah, come hang out. It'll be fun. Biggles, you should join me for some of those. I'll talk to you about it more after.
Dude, your Late Night Delights are way past my bedtime, dude. You go live and I'm already asleep. No, I'm in Arizona, but I fall asleep at like 7:30.
Oh my god! Oh, you wake up really early?
Yeah, I wake up at like 3, 4 in the morning, like no matter what. So so I always go to bed like super early so I can get my sleep in. But yeah, dude, I like sometimes when you message me, like you send me a link or whatever, you're like, come on the show, man, and you send me a link, I'm already asleep, man. I'm passed out.
Makes sense. All right, all right.
Otherwise, it would come on,
You know I'm
man.
in Vegas now, right?
What?
You know, I'm in Vegas now, right?
What about you're in Vegas now?
I'm in Vegas now. Yeah.
Oh, nice. If you want, just tell me to come up on a weekend, and I'll drive up and hang out.
All right. Yeah. Well,
It-
let's talk more backstage.
Yeah. All right, everybody.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. Kai, thank you for being on the show. And
Thanks,
next week should be the panel for Yu-Gi-Oh! So I should have a bunch of people on for Yu-Gi-Oh! Kai, do you want to come on that too? No? All right.
I'm good. Hard pass.
All right. Bye,
It's like asking
everybody.
me if I want to do human transmutation, bro.
Oh yeah, no one wants to do that. All right. We're going to end it with this.
Biggles is here. Hi, says I could be a hooker. Biggles, will your hooker name be Bagels? Mine would be cream cheese.